Hello everyone, welcome to Emmy's Bookshelf. Welcome to year 3 of the Christie's Missing Readathon. I can't believe we're already on year 3, but I love it. This is such a fun readathon dedicated to Agatha Christie. If you have never read Agatha Christie and you are interested, this is a great time to try one of her books. Our goal is just to read Agatha Christie and read about Agatha Christie. So if you've read one Agatha Christie book during this 11-day period, then you've accomplished it. And we have extra prompts just for the fun of it. But please just spread the love of Agatha Christie. That's what we're trying to do here. We do have some prompts, but I'll go over the dates first. As always, it's from December 3rd to 14th, as those are the days that Agatha Christie went missing infamously. So we will be talking about books and reading Agatha Christie books during her missing 11 days. Now, this doesn't have to be only for those days, but this is when our readathon is running. We do have a Discord that I will link, but we also will have a challenge on Goodreads that I'm going to create, and I will link that down in my description box as well. We have several challenges or several prompts if you would like to do that. We also have a group read like always, and it is just gonna be fun. So let's get into the first prompt. So the first thing that we have is our buddy read. Like I said, we are going to be reading The Mysterious Affair at Styles. This is a Hercule Poirot novel, and it is about Poirot who meets Hastings. They meet each other for the first time, but Hastings is actually visiting some friends, and there seems to be a death in the family. And Poirot ends up coming along and trying to figure out the case. This is a really great first book. I really enjoy it. It's not my favorite Agatha Christie, but it is very enjoyable, and I'm excited to reread it again. So this is the first one, and look at this new edition I just picked up. I love these editions. Our second prompt is based on Janelle. Now, if anyone knew Janelle, they knew a couple of things about her. She loved mysteries, she loved the booktube community, and she definitely loved Agatha Christie. And even as I was reading a book last week about an Agatha Christie book, I wanted to message her and be like, hey, what about this aspect? And I can't because Janelle sadly passed away in June. So we are honoring Janelle with a book that she is too fond of, or she was too fond of. So this could be any 4-star or 5-star book, or a book that you just know that she really enjoyed. As always with our readathon, we are giving extra points for an Agatha Christie written book. So the book that's by Agatha Christie that you would like to read that she loved is perfect. I have a list I made on Goodreads, a shelf that is all of her 5-star books. If you want to check that out, that might give some clarity to what you could pick for this prompt. But I'm glad we're honoring her, but I'm just sad that she's not going to be part of our reading group this year. So yes, a book that Janelle was always too fond of. The rest of the prompts we're doing based on detectives. So every detective that we've picked, we haven't picked them all, but some of the detectives in Agatha Christie's world, they have a very specific prompt attached to them. So the first one is Miss Marple. And obviously with Miss Marple, she is a elderly spinster who is just so smart and cunning and detective, and that's not an adjective. She's such a detective that it is always interesting to see how she interacts with the world around her. So for this prompt, we are encouraging you to read a book that has a 50+ character, an age 50 or plus older, as Mrs. Marple is older, and people often look down on her because of her age, and they really should learn not to. For Tommy and Tuppence, we are choosing the prompt of a buddy read. So this could be the group book if you want. It could be anything that is just like reading in the group with someone or individually with someone. If you'd like to buddy read anything Agatha Christie, please let me know. Maybe I have some of them on my TBR. I'll be sharing that eventually. But yeah, it'll be an interesting time to see what people are picking to read together or just as the big group, because it is just fun to talk about these books. For the prompt of Mr. Quin, we have chosen a book that has a mystery in the title. So you can read The Mysterious Affair at Styles, or you could read another one. You could read The Mystery of the Blue Train. You could read, I'm drawing a blank on another mystery title, The Sinniford Mystery, which we read last year, which was fantastic in my opinion. So you could read several different Agatha Christie books or non-Agatha Christie books for this prompt. But the prompt for this one from Mr. Quin, Harley Quin, is mystery has to be the word in the title or something very, very similar. Our last detective that we are highlighting is Parker Pyne. So for this one, we're asking you to read a short story. Agatha Christie wrote so many short stories that you can definitely find one. There must be some that are free by now because of how long ago she was writing them, but you can also find collections of the short stories. I personally am going to have a challenge for myself during this time with short stories related. So I'm going to be sharing that in my TBR, but it is definitely going to be an easy challenge if you have access to short stories. And if not, it should be a fun challenge to see what you can find and which one you'll pick up to read. Parker Pyne has short stories. Harley Quin has tons of short stories. There's obviously tons of Poirot and some of Marple and many independent. And I know that Kevvie would highly recommend The Witness for the Prosecution, which I do as well. In regards to our hosts, unfortunately, Kevvie has chosen to step down this year, which we hope she'll join us next year. But we also have Rachel and we also have Berna. I will link everyone in the description box so you can find their channels, but we are definitely excited for this year's Readathon. We're excited for the prompts. It's going to be fun. We're not competing against each other, but it's just going to be fun to see what you read and how many things you can read that are Agatha Christie related or written by Agatha Christie. I am excited to see what everyone picks up. The website is where you can log the books that you're reading, and we definitely encourage books that are written by Agatha Christie, but we'll take any books, to be quite honest. If you would like to leave a comment about what you are going to be reading for the Agatha Christie Readathon and what your plans are, I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and a subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.
In a house that I don't know,